thankfully these early puzzles are pretty easy. These earlier ones are pretty easy to solve. Thankfully. But yeah, stepping off the puzzle path that is not a safe area, like this one, or this one right here, will cause the puzzle to restart. Same thing with stepping onto a previously lit panel. So you have to be careful. And lit.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Yeah, and it's nice too also that I have character reasons why each of my characters will play through them. Or go through all the hassle to do all these puzzles. Nexus is pretty agnostic, but...
Think carefully. There is no return once we follow the Venatori.
Yeah. Nexus is a bit of a agnostic, but she still respects culture. And Ansal is pretty religious, but not devoted, but she still respects other people's cultures. She respects everything. And Lilith, she is straight up religious, so she would do it regardless.
What's this? I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondru, Lady of the Hunt. It is said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Lovely.
The Dalish aren't known for being so bloodthirsty, are they? Tis only what I overheard in the Empress's court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
Well, a little too far. Okay, now this is the one that pisses off a lot of people because it is pretty tricky. Of course, the first panel didn't light up when I stepped on it. There we go. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm running through it in my head. Okay, good. That bird just came out of the ground. What the fuck? Alright. Okay, hold on a sec. This one. Okay. Like I said, this one's pretty tricky, but it's easy once you remember the pattern.
There, the ritual is complete. We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Whee! I'm okay. This one I always fuck up at least once. God damn it, that fucking... Not sure why it doesn't light up right away. There we go. Trying to remember the pattern I need. There we go. Yay!
There. Everything is lit.
So, what now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Yeah, I knew the Iron Bolt would disapprove, but yeah. Vivian I'm kind of surprised about, but then again, she is Orlesian. And she does keep, you know, she is pretty much a realist as well. There's also one more we wanted to check.
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we follow the Venatori. Who is this meant to be? Fallon Dean, Overseer of Funerals, Guide to the Elven Dead. I have heard the Dalish invoke him on their deathbed, or before quests from which they expect no return.
I'm not sure how a god of the dead inspires good fortune.
Perhaps it was meant to frighten the elves' enemies.
Possible. Alright. Knock knock.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
being watched.
Venavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
I won't be interrogated at sword point. Declare yourself.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks at the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
So, you're elves from ancient times, before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan.
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
What is this Vira Balasan exactly?
It is a path, one walked only by those who toiled in Mithal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mithal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morgan!
I wish I could transform into a bird. Oh well. So I'm assuming that if we chose the other side, we'd be attacked.
A handy guide, maybe.
Mytholanast. That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own. Dear Morrigan left to use the well herself, undoubtedly.
So we can explore if we want to. I'm not going to because it takes a lot of time. And honestly, the side quest that does come into play when you do explore more, I can't do. I don't know Elven, and I don't have Solus, so I can't do it either which way. So we're just going to follow our handy-dandy guide here, while the Sentinels take care of the intruders. As you can see, they're over there fighting.
This place looks untouched.
Do you have any idea how much this place is worth?
Don't let Solus hear you say that.
Admit it. You were wondering.
Not gonna lie, this place will be pretty, quite fucking expensive. Look at those ceilings. Is that jade? Fuck. Jade and gold. Yeah, that's... that's impressive. So yeah, there's a Veilfire over there. You can go around examining walls if you have Solus or if you're an elf. And it will allow you to gain information about ancient elves. Not very important, though, as far as I know. I believe you also gain access to hidden dialogue bits.
Hensra, Gilas Velatan.
I think she wants us to go back.
Just a quick look around.
I was examining a corpse. Shut up. Yeah, I think that's all it really is. I believe you may also be able to examine... that's fucking awesome. Sorry, ADD. I believe you'll also be able to examine more of the mosaics dedicated to the Elven pantheon. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I think this is actually the first time I have dedicatedly followed the person. I usually run off and do something else. What's nice is she'll open up hidden doors for us.
How tragic. Our elven friends might exhaust themselves here.
Yeah, she'll open up doors for us that are unique, not just these little side passages to avoid fighting. Nope. I keep reading online that you can use the stone fist to break down wooden doors. Now, I've yet to find out a place where I actually can use that. So, meh. And now she's gonna open up a hidden door for us. With a golden hollow. This will have stuff for us. Nothing major though. Would be sweet though. There was a very unique elven armor schematic. I know it exists. I just don't know where. Nope, can't break it down the store. That's annoying. Dash through. Just to piss off all those fuckers there. Come on. Nope. Sorry, buddy. Your goes dead. Alright. Yay. Now, I've never actually gone through the hole with the Venatori. I've always respected the culture of the elves, so I have no clue what's on the other side of that hole.
The Well of Sorrows.
Finally.
That's something.
Looks cool. Alrighty, quick save. I forgot to mention this before we started all this. Adamantly make sure before coming here to have the quest for that you got from Liliana to go to the Shrine of Dumont done. It'll give you an edge against her or whoever is fighting against you here.
I want them dead before the master arrives.
Kaltora Berethan.
So close. The Well knows its vassal, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor. The trials you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now. Or not at all. Your lust for power has blinded you, Calpurnia. Corypheus is using you. Think on your own folly before inventing more. You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge. Power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus. So if I take that power before him, Corypheus will be left empty-handed. Simple fool. I knew you would take the Well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom, to try to defeat Corypheus. But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master. Once you've drunk from the Well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
Where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. You tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? And these runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises and everyone alive. Then he discappened Vass. He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman while you can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
Our Inquisitor rarely makes idle offers, darling. I encourage you to take it.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him, it lies in the well. Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae Benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us. I will give you some time. I go to confront my master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Enough.
You cannot honestly...
I said enough.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around you. Everything your people were. It's already gone.
It is.
Why remain? Why perform a duty without purpose?
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
I'll take anything that might help against Corypheus, no matter the price.
So I see. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain? It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity, never to awaken. if fate is kind.
You could come with us. Fight Corypheus. He killed your people.
We killed ourselves long ago.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mathal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Don't go any closer, Morrigan.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Do not trust her, Inquisitor. She's a parasite. Only here because she sensed a meal more hearty than you.
Said by one whose only motive for joining the Inquisition was altruism.
Is it altruism or sense not to plunge headfirst into a power you don't remotely understand?
Why should I be refused when the reasons to allow it are sound? Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
You alone? You're not the only mage here.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
What's to stop you from taking the knowledge and leaving?
My word. If that seems insufficient, Corypheus threatens all, even myself. He must be stopped.
And who stops you?
I, Inquisitor, seek neither immortality nor your life.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
Thoughts? I would not trust the power in that well with anyone but you, my dear.
You're asking me? This is a lot of weird... I barely understand how any of this works.
Any chance this well could help us against Corypheus? I say you take it.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
It's yours. Morrigan! Are you alright?
Elasin Salah. Bisan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can...
I get a feeling there's more going on in that scene than we know. Specifically considering the fact that, we were, sparkly. Even though we didn't drink from it. Of course, it could have just been easily been a glitch, but we'll see.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
And I won't hide from him.
He knows this, and will act accordingly.
And how could you have such insight into his plans?
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom, secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
We defeated his army, and elven magic killed him at the temple. He's not invincible.
Not invincible, but incredibly powerful and immortal. Yet, there is a way. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Corypheus won't just stand by and let us kill his dragon.
Of course not. Yet you must do it. Even so. There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Awesome. I think I may have triggered a event that I've never triggered before. Yes, I have. Okay, cool. I'll mention this quickly before I reset the recorder for a second. There are two ways in which we can continue this storyline, all depending on how things were done in Origins. I'm going to give you some spoilers real quickly on that. So I'm going to pause this game. If you want to avoid spoilers from Origins, if you haven't played through it like I have, but you've played the other two, or even this is your first Dragon Age, when I bring this menu down, I'll stop spoiling a little bit. I'll stop spoiling the little bit I do know. So, from this point on, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, in one of the DLCs for Dragon Age Origins, or at the end of the game, I'm not sure which it is, like I said, I haven't played it through, but I do know this bit of it. Morgan can become pregnant from, I believe, either Alistair or you, depending if you're male or not. Excuse me. And depending on how an event that happens there plays out, Morgan's child will be more than human. If you have that specific playthrough saved, this event can trigger. I believe you also have to have Morgan drink from the well for it to trigger as well. I'm not sure if it's specifically Morgan drinking from the well. No, it isn't, because I've had her drink from the well before in the other one playthrough. The other event happens if Morgan doesn't have the child, or if the child isn't more than special. So that's how I view it anyway. Anyway, that's it for the spoiler. I'm going to be right back while I reset the recorder and probably make a few new things while I'm away. So I'll be right back and we'll finish this set off with the final piece.